Going to the dentist in Costa Rica, well, it's not all that different from what you might experience in your home country. However, there are quite a few cultural differences with visiting a dentist in Costa Rica. And if you're coming down here to live, you're eventually going to have to see a dentist. I've seen a few. And it's important that you can understand a little bit about your experience while you're here. Now, what about medical tourism and dental tourism? Is there such a thing? Why in the world would anybody spend thousands of dollars to come all the way to Costa Rica, stay for a week, get their teeth worked on, dental implants, and other things? Why? We'll find out all that and more, but hey, let's go to the dentist. The first time I went to visit a dentist in Costa Rica was a bit of a shocker, but that was because I had gone to see this dentist in this little bitty town. And I imagine it's the same no matter where you are in the world. You go to a smaller town, it's not nearly as nice. And I don't know how long this dentist was in business, but it wasn't professional at all. Matter of fact, it was a one-man show. He was there by himself. Wasn't anybody there. He was actually talking to a guy on a horse outside when I arrived. But I had a cavity and it was hurting and I needed it fixed. And we went in there. He fixed it right then and there. It wasn't much. I can't remember how much he charged, but he fixed it. Now, I've traveled all over since 2013 and I've seen several different dentists, and my most favorite dentist is located in Paris-Zeledon or San Isidro. Now, Dr. Patricia is an amazing dentist, and like any dentist, well, once you find a dentist you're comfortable with, then you kind of start the same procedure as you would in the United States, right? She asked me, did I have any dental records? What about x-rays? And of course, being here, I didn't keep any of that stuff. For her to do a good job, she obviously needs to look into that. So when I first came to see her to get my teeth cleaned, she took care of it, took care of a few minor cavities, but then said, hey, if I'm going to do this right, I need to get some x-rays. And she sent me just down the street, just like any dentist would, and got some x-rays and pictures, everything that was needed, and they sent them to her office. Those x-rays, surprisingly, were not expensive at all. And of course, in my mind, I figured it was going to be, some astronomical price, but it wasn't, okay? So it's nothing like what you might experience in the United States in that regard when we're talking about dollars and cents. I can't remember exactly how much that was, but I do remember that when I went to go get a cleaning, if I remember correctly, it was about 25,000 colones. Now, don't quote the prices. Obviously, prices do change. I go and see Dr. Patricia once a month now because she recommended I have braces. Now, that's where you come into some of these cultural differences, because I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to go see this orthodontist in some other place that I don't know. And in Costa Rica, that's where things are different, okay? It's a big cultural difference. There's a lot of people in Costa Rica don't have vehicles, and when they go to a dentist, they want to be able to get everything taken care of in one place. For most dentists, they have arrangements with other dental professionals, and they come to that office and take care of everything. For instance, for braces, that dentist comes and uses her office for a couple of days and sees all of her clients that have braces. Now let's talk about braces for just a moment. But before I do, let me kind of back up a little bit, because I remember when I went to go see Dr. Patricia, the price for a cleaning, I think, was like 25,000 colones. So a cavity filled was about 25,000 colones. And if you want to compare, well, what is that in United States dollars? Well, the clona rate is always going up and down. In the last 5 years, we can see how the clona's value has dropped from 550 to the dollar to 663 at the time of this recording. The more the clonas drop, the more affordable it is to live in Costa Rica for expats from the United States. If you'll go to google.com and you could just enter in the search bar, Costa Rica colonas to USD, and you can see the conversion rate. You can put in whatever country you're from, and that way you'll know how much it costs for you. And then when I go get my braces done every month, hey, I guess you can say the setup or whatever, it was 75,000 kronas for the first 3 months, and then it's 26,000 kronas for the life of my braces. So if I have braces for 2 years or 3 years, I can expect to pay 27,000 kronas until those braces come off, okay? So it was very, very professional, very, very clean, and you're going to notice that, you know, when you first come to Costa Rica, it's like you see fences and barbed wire and concertina wire and gates all over the place, and you immediately think the crime must be awful. Well, petty theft is pretty awful. You can't leave anything out. If you leave it out, it's going to get picked up. You go into almost any business, a furniture store or a dentist office, there's usually some sort of a security guard. They have to actually buzz the button to allow you to come in. So are those cultural differences that, you know, take a little getting used to. It's not like the United States. Now, is it not safe? No, it's very, very safe. I can almost bet you the dentist office and the furniture store has probably never been robbed, but they have all of these extra security precautions in place. Now, some people might be concerned that, hey, well, if Costa Rica is such a small country, and we've heard you say that, you know, Costa Rica is kind of like, it feels like you're 40 years behind the times. And while it's true that there are a lot of things, you know, maybe the infrastructure, the roads, the highways, yeah, there are some things that seem like they're 40 or 50 years behind. Now, keep in mind, Costa Rica has a social medical deal where, you know, everybody pays what's called Caja, that's their health insurance, and you can go to the social health care where everybody practically gets free health care because they're all paying this tiny bit of Caja. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not nearly going to be as nice as private medical care. So I've been to both. I've been to the social medical where I've gone and I wasn't paying Caja. I just had to pay out of pocket because you don't pay Caja until you are a resident. But the same doctors that work in the social medicine are the same doctors that have private practices. It's a whole lot better just to go see a private doctor. And when you compare the cost, really paying for a private doctor to take care of you is nowhere near what it might cost you in the United States or in your home country. So they really have some talented doctors and dentists and some state-of-the-art equipment in Costa Rica. So let's talk about dental tourism. Why is dental tourism such a humongous thing? I mean, it's so big that you can actually pay agencies and different people to set you up for a whole dental tourism or medical tourism package. Well, why is that? That's because depending on what you're having done, depending on where you have your teeth fixed or medical procedure done, it can be anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 less than what you would normally pay in the United States. So that's why people are willing to spend, you know, $1,000 for a plane ticket, come down here for a whole week and get lots of work done on their teeth. Maybe they're having, you know, 4 or 5 dental implants, a crown, cavities, and things fixed up. You're going to have to pay up front, and they're not going to take insurance. I'll talk a little bit more about that later when we have an interview with Dr. Patricia. So there are a lot of people who come to Costa Rica for a whole week and spend lots of money. And when they come down here, if they pay for a package, then usually they'll set them up in a hotel that's nearby to where they can have their dental procedure, go back and recover, come back the next day for some more work, go back and recover, and all of that is in one big package. In my opinion, I think you don't need to pay for some sort of a package like that, and you'll save thousands of dollars by make arrangements with that dentist prior to coming, make all of your appointments, and then make arrangements for an Airbnb, stay in that Airbnb while you go back and forth to have everything taken care of. And I'm sure you'll save thousands upon thousands of dollars instead of paying somebody to do all that for you. So at this point, why don't we go to the dentist together? But first, let me tell you about a free vacation I'm giving away. I am giving away a 3-day Costa Rican adventure just for watching videos on my channel and learning about Costa Rica and the off-grid homestead. Subscribe now
hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, and watch till the end, and I'll explain how you can qualify to win.
That is going to be one heck of a vacation. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. And hey, who knows? Maybe you'll decide to book your dental tourism vacation, take that 3-day vacation first, and then have your teeth fixed while you're here. We're going to interview Dr. Patricia and see exactly what it's like to go to the dentist in Costa Rica.
Hello, Bert.
Hello, Dr. Patricia. How are you?
Great, and you?
Very good. Okay. Whew, I am ready for my cleaning. I need a teeth cleaning.
I know.
So, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
Okay, you know, in Costa Rica, it's a beautiful country, and it's well known more and more that a lot of people are coming to Costa Rica not just for vacation, but something called medical tourism.
Yes.
Which is also dental tourism as well. Can you tell me about that?
Well, now it's really normal because in Costa Rica we have beautiful places, but you have beautiful clinics and really great prices. But the work is still really awesome. So it's normal to come to dentistry or just normal medical, like, I don't know, hospitals or clinics or even aesthetic is really normal. We work with great kind of laboratories. Actually, some are in Costa Rican and another from Europe or United States. But it's in Costa Rica, so it's easy for us to work with all kind of materials and implants or something like that.
And I have traveled all over Costa Rica, and there's been a few times that I've needed to go to the dentist. And one of the things that I really enjoy about here in San Isidro is that, of course, not every foreigner knows Spanish. And this has been the first clinic for me that your English is very good, it's easy to understand.
Kind of.
So it's nice to be able to talk to my dentist, ask questions, and understand what's going on.
Yes.
Now, you know, it's very popular in Costa Rica. Everybody knows about Tico Time.
Yeah.
But not your clinic. I don't think I have ever had to wait. Your clinic is very punctual. You make appointments, and I don't think I've ever had to wait.
Well, we try. We try because for me, our time is important. Your time, my time. So it's easy to have schedules and talk to you. Sometimes it's not work, but most of the time is like that because it's better. For example, today we finish our clinic, our appointment, and then maybe you have lunch or me have another patient. So we try.
And y'all do a very good job because one thing you guys do is that you make my appointment and it might be a month out, but always 1 or 2 days ahead of time, you will send a message on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Asking me to confirm my appointment.
Yeah.
And in that way, if something changes, we easily can make changes.
Exactly, we can reschedule, or if you don't have WhatsApp, we can send by email or another phone call, for example.
Fantastic. Because, you know, for me, even today, we had to change our time frame. You know, something for school or something for work. You got finished early and your secretary sent me a message saying, hey, if you're available, Dr. Patricia is ready for you.
Exactly.
And I was able to come right over.
Exactly.
So that's very nice. Now, there's something that is very different about dentistry here in Costa Rica. You checked me out and you recommended that I have braces. Mm-hmm. Well, in America, if you have braces, you have to go to the orthodontist office, but not in Costa Rica.
Well, because we are a tiny country, normally there is new, like 10 years maybe ago, we try every clinic, but not every, but we try to have a more integrity in our work. So we have great specialists, dentistry, or maybe why not physiotherapy, or root canal treatments, orthodontics, to work together in one place, because it's easy for the patient to come. And if you need, for example, I don't know, wisdom tooth surgery, you can come in here, that is your place. You have confidence in us. You know the place, you have parking, so you come in here and you will find your specialist work for you.
That's really nice. I really like that. And I have found that as far as the prices go, it's not expensive. And you know, in the United States, now here's a very interesting question I get a lot from our subscribers. What about insurance? Does anywhere in Costa Rica actually take insurance?
Yeah, sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I have a patient from the United States or Europe, like Germany, for example, or French, to come, and I just, they send me by email like a paper, so I put everything on record, like what I do, why, how much, how expensive will be, or what do you need at the future, and I send, and they have the insurance file.
Okay, so the important thing is the patient always pays first. You may help out with the paperwork, and then the patient sends
Exactly.
the paperwork to their insurance company, and
Yes.
then they can receive the money that they've already paid. Is that correct?
Normally, yes. Sometimes, actually, in Costa Rica, from with some insurance, Costa Rican insurance, they have different kind of. They send us like a bill, but will be like just in case. So I make all the work and they pay for me, but it's not so common.
That's not so common.
Yes.
Usually the patient pays first.
Yes.
But in some cases, if it's a Costa Rican insurance, it's not common, but sometimes
Yeah.
the insurance pays you.
Exactly.
Okay, great. When you come to Costa Rica, especially if you're in the San Isidro area, you want to make sure to check out Dr. Patricia. We're going to make sure to put all of her information in the description below. But now, it's time for me to get my teeth cleaned. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Dr. Patricia's office is always very clean and comfortable. What I really like is when I'm laying there, I always have visual entertainment that I can watch above. And there's always just some beautiful pictures and scenes to keep me busy while she's working.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. She's always talking to me and letting me know what she's doing while she's working. So I'm not sitting there wondering what's going on. Dr. Patricia's English has always been very understandable. Her staff has always been very friendly and very accommodating.
Okay, don't forget, there are 4 things you need to do in order to qualify to win that Costa Rican vacation. First, subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way you will not miss out on future videos. Second, click the like button. Literally, it only takes 2 seconds. Do it right now. These 2 simple tasks sends a signal to YouTube's algorithm that you like these videos, and they'll begin to show these videos with other people so I can help them learn too. Third, comment. Let me know if you've learned something, what else you would like to learn. I read every single comment and I try to reply to as many as possible. And fourth, share this video. Just below the video is a share button, and you never know who you'll be helping or whose life you'll change for the better because you took a few seconds to share it on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Heck, share it on all your social media profiles.